Hello and welcome to the continuing road to E3 2015 with the Game Riffers. Here for our last predictions video, I'm Fighter Kaus, and with me are my fellow Game Riffers.
What's up, everyone? I am 16-Bit Jeff.
Hey everybody, I'm Double RPG.
I apologize
Sorry.
for any broken headphones. Alright then, to continue on, like we said, this is...
Oh wait, we had a woman there.
Where?
The person who was screaming, we had a woman in the call. I just made an old joke to Hybrid Rain when I was hosting the Screw Attack Community podcast back in E3 2011.
Oh, jeez,
wow.
yeah.
Our good buddy Hybrid. Hey, if you're out there listening to this, Hybrid, you're still welcome to join us.
Oh, don't worry, we'll tell you before.
Yeah, I'm done.
But sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Double RPG here. How's everybody doing?
Doing okay now. My uncle has been proven to not be Sam Jackson. As people, I've been telling people this privately, but not my uncle thinks it's hilarious. So now I'll tell people that right before. This is some housekeeping, just before we actually. This is the intro part.
Yeah.
Before we actually get to the meat of things. Yeah, on Reddit, a woman said that her and her mom got into a fight 2 years ago while watching True Lies because this woman's mother thought that Samuel L. Jackson was standing behind Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies during the scene where they're at a prison camp or something with all these terrorists that want to nuke Florida. And why would Sam Jackson be uncredited if he was there? B, they don't even look alike. What are you saying? Just because they're dark skinned, did they look alike? They're completely different facial features.
And see, why was it that Arnold Schwarzenegger was riding on a horse chasing a guy who drove his motorcycle off the skyscraper to a pool that's across the street?
Yes, that was the beginning of the movie.
Yep.
So
yes.
I went and I I said that's my uncle. Posted 2 pictures. Even gave the IMDb. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right. And that became this hugely funny Reddit where people were just like, wow, this is hilarious, and gave me 3 months worth of Reddit gold. And now I have 2 months and something days left.
Yep.
Yeah, he made some really good fame there from addressing the situation.
I know, like he got around 200 or 300 likes.
No, I didn't put the pictures up in public. I put the links. I didn't know that they weren't public, but they were because I gave the link anyway. And each picture got 40,000 views, so altogether 80,000 views. And I was thinking to myself, I told you guys this earlier. I was like, how come I can't do that for the Game Riffers?
I know.
Get 80,000 views for us. We still love you, people who watch us.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Just tell your friends about us next time. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
My
end's been pretty good. Like, as you guys know, for the last couple months of this year, it's been a really transitioning phase for me in my life because of what happened personally. But I gotta say, this month has been feeling like the first true month that I've been feeling, actually optimistic, feeling good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But for mundane things, as you guys know, I've been trying to save up for the computer, and starting the coming month, that is June, I am actually going to start doing that. And in regards to upcoming releases, console-wise, these 2 are going to be the last ones I'm going to pick up for the foreseeable future, and that's obviously Batman Arkham Knight for the Xbox One, and Splatoon for the Wii U. I am going to pick up The Witcher 3, but I'm going to buy that for PC through GOG Galaxy.
Yeah, and I'll need to see if my PC is beefy enough to handle The Witcher 3. I probably doubt it.
Oh, I think it will. I've seen the minimum specs. I think you'll be able to learn, dude.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, I think
but
Yeah.
to make it look pretty.
Oh yeah, like I think best case scenario, I think you would be above console specs. Like I think you will be at least to full 1080 at 60 frames. You know what I mean? Which is one thing that that both the PS4 and Xbone ports can't do.
Yeah, that is true. But long story short, I still haven't played any of the other Witcher games, so I think I may need to try them out first before getting to the third one.
You don't really well, I haven't either. Of course, it's...
it wouldn't hurt, but you really don't.
Yeah, because I haven't played either
connect?
of them either, and I just jumped right in. Looks like I'm out of here. Feel like I already know
Geralt. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, that's the beauty of the Witcher series. It's like, it wouldn't hurt to know the additional background for the first two games, but you really don't. It's like, it is a sequel, but it's more of a standalone stories, you know what I mean?
So they're just standalone stories and they don't connect whatsoever.
They're sequels, obviously, to a whole entire franchise, but the way that they're executed in regards to narrative, they do feel like they're standalone, even though they're in a universe and a, already existing timeline. That's what I'm getting at.
Basically, like how Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are both standalone games that they don't connect to each other in any way, shape, or form.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, because like I said, I never played either of them and jumped right in to Witcher 3.
And you know me, I've been talking a lot of good of that series for years, right, Jerry?
Oh, yeah.
I think the thing that I need, for the newer games that are coming out is just a better processor. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh right. Are we on
or
Kyle,
better?
Or you, Jeff?
Yeah.
I'm done. Can you go right on ahead, Kyle.
On my end, I've been doing just fine. My week has been pretty steady. It's been busy, but it's one of those things where it's not heavily busy, but it's just at that balance to where I'm just enjoying life to the fullest every single day. And I managed to pick up a couple games today. I picked up Puzzles & Dragons Z plus Puzzles & Dragons Super Mario Brothers Edition and Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition on my PC through Steam, which they are having their midweek madness right now, where I got it for 75% off.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. And I got to try a little bit of Puzzles & Dragons Super Mario Brothers Edition. It's even though it's meant for the casuals, but it does have a bit of a learning curve to it, especially with trying to do things correctly when going through the latter portions of the game, because I can notice that the difficulty curve was actually going up a little bit fast. With trying to match the pieces to actually do those attacks in rapid succession to where I would continue winning. Yeah, that's the limited time that they give you, 5 seconds to try to line as much as what you can up. That's a really big constraining factor to try and stay focused or whatever. But I really do like it how you can make combos and stuff to actually continue on with your attacks to where you can actually possibly boost up your points gauge at the end of each level a lot quicker. But for what it is, it's actually quite addicting. I think even though it's not a part of the Mario RPG franchises that are out there, like the one that became standalone, and then Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi, but as a standalone game for itself, it's really not that bad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I definitely, if you're looking for some good relaxing time and you need just something to chill and relax, kind of like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse or, Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker, then I think that would be a game on the handheld that you would definitely want to check out if you are interested in just in that type of thing with puzzles and RPG elements and just, just to sit back, relax, and have a good time. And plus, I also did the impossible, and sorry, that's my can of air, or air blower or whatever. But the other game that I went back and played again was Hyrule Warriors.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I don't know why I stopped playing it a little bit. Getting back to playing the game to try to get everything, it's got some highly addicting replay value. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, I know firsthand, and if to the listeners that don't know, me and Jerry were part of a small let's play of the game courtesy of one of our friends over at RVT Entertainment by the name of John, aka The Shades, and he was playing it. It was during this weekend, right?
It was Monday.
Yeah, well, okay, Monday.
I caught wind a little bit of that stream that you guys did, and
Yeah.
hopefully John's wife wasn't giving him so much trouble.
Oh, don't worry, it will come once we do E3. You know the routine.
Oh yes. He's gonna jump and holler like a schoolgirl when something really big and exciting comes about, and then she is gonna give him hell.
No. Correction, she's gonna give him, and for no reason, us hell.
Yeah, I was like, what do we do? Like, what we gotta say?
Yeah, I guess that's a good point. But other than that, my week's been pretty good for the most part. So yeah, hopefully it'll continue to stay that way and up until E3. But you never know. But other than that, I'm doing okay.
That's good to hear, man.
Yeah, so I'm gearing up and ready to go with talking about third parties today because that's the last thing for our road to E3, right?
Yes, indeed. And because we were talking about so many companies, there's one thing we want to address for that, and that's on a particular company that we don't think is even going to be there, but so go ahead.
Okay,
what
we
is
want
the connection with them and the company that will be there?
We want to address that Sega, well, sadly won't be at this year's event because of what's been going on through them as in regards to financially as a company. However, we do expect to hear something from one of their in-house developers, and that is Atlus. Yes.
And when it comes to Atlus, only two games really come to my mind, and that is Persona 5 for the PS4, and the other is Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, or should we just say Persona. Cross Fire Emblem?
I know, right?
Because that's basically what it is.
You had one job, Nintendo, one job! Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much what we know that's coming from Atlus's end when it comes to E3 this year. But hopefully they'll have a surprise or two up their sleeves, but we never know.
Indeed.
See, that's the thing. In regards to Sega, I do not expect a new Sonic game after what happened last year's debacle, which was Sonic Boom.
Sonic
Boom! There does not go the dynamite. Or Sonic Boom! There goes the failure.
Well, all right.
Okay, but anyway.
Let's go with this. So now we have the following companies. Which ones are actually going to be having press conferences out of these, Double R?
Well, we do know for a fact that Bethesda is going to be having their own press conference, which is the one that's going to kick off E3 that week. It's going to be on Sunday, June 14th, and then the others are going to be Electronic Arts and Ubisoft presenting their press conferences the following day, which they have been doing for quite a while. The day before E3. And then on Tuesday, after the Nintendo Digital event, Square-Enix is going to have their own press conference. So that's a total of 4 third-party companies that are going to have press conferences at this year's E3. Unless if you want to count PC2, because they're also going to be having a press conference later on that evening for E3 for PC gaming. But that's literally your call. But we would like to consider them as a vast majority of their games coming from third-party companies. So I guess we can count the two in a sense.
And this also needs to be a disclaimer too. That particular presser is going to be 3 hours long.
Oh yeah.
For the sake of this video, we'll count them as third-party, and for this portion, that's what we'll be talking about. It's those 4 companies plus PC. So who do we start with? You know what? I want to save the best for last, but alright.
Well, I just wanted to go in order, but if we want to save the best for last, that's fine.
It doesn't. What? Okay. Even though this is gonna be for everyone to see, Bethesda or screw it, it's my pod. No, it's my podcast. Well, let's go. Let's go with who else was there?
I said EA, Ubisoft, Square-Enix, and PC Gaming.
Like, can we get the shit show out of the way first? Step being Ubisoft.
That's what I was gonna say. Let's start low and then go high. That way we feel better after finishing instead of worse.
Whoa! Don't you be scraping the bottom of the barrel?
Okay, so from worst to best, so it goes from Ubisoft, Square Enix, EA. I would say either PC Gaming, Bethesda Next, or one of those two to be the best one.
But you heard that here, folks. That's right. We put EA before EA as on better than
Ubisoft and Square Enix.
Yeah.
See, that's how bad they are.
Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
We put EA ahead of them. Anyways, Ubisoft. Now the reason why they're low is because have you seen Assassin's Creed Unity? Have you seen the monster face?
Nightmare Fuel.
that scared the crap out of me. Anyways, what would okay, let's start off with
I loved it. Speaking of that, I loved it. I really loved it when Dorkly actually did that parody video, If Mario Was Owned by Sega, which actually turned out to be a dream in the end, but Luigi came out with no face, but you could see his eyeballs and mouth, so they were parodying Ubisoft in the end, saying that Nintendo characters were owned by Ubisoft. And then he was like, do you want to log into Uplay?
No, Nightmare Luigi.
And people hate Origin.
But anyway, yeah, Ubisoft or Ubisoft.
So here's what we know.
Nightmare Luigi.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
So Ubisoft, or Ubi Hard as I would like to call it.
Anyways, let's start with Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yes, that's the one that's taking place during the Industrial Revolution in the United Kingdom, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you think there'll be glitches in this one? Do you think the glitches will show up during a live demo?
Yes.
Do you think they'll do a live demo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Here's the thing. They're obviously going to do either one at their presser, or like they did 2 years ago with Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and do it at the PlayStation 1. I've waited. They're going to show. They're going to show live gameplay footage of the upcoming game.
Yeah.
What else do you think they'll do?
Well, for one thing, they are disappointing me because, as you all know, I recently played the spin-off Chronicles China for the Xbox One, and I gotta say, I'm really disappointed that they decided to go with London instead of the era that the spin-off
or, the eastern part of the world, China or Japan as their main setting.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was just
I was disappointed too. I mean, I was really hoping for a time when they would actually go towards the eastern countries as their setting, but it's just them sticking to Europe again. Which I had no problem with, but it's just kind of it's kind of underwhelming. That's what I'm getting at.
It's not that, but the proper term is it's getting generic, even for Assassin's Creed. That's the problem.
Yes.
I mean, technically, isn't it like the third time we're revisiting a European state?
Actually, I would think that would be the... actually, yeah, you're right, because the first one was the Assassin's Creed 2 saga that started Ezio, and then last year with Assassin's Creed Unity, and now with Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Actually, no, 4 if you count Black Flag.
Well, that's Flag? I thought that took place in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying the character, Edward.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he is European.
So this setting's been used for 4 games. What the hell, Ubisoft?
It's like, come on, can we be a bit more diverse with the
China is
ethnicities a
only
little
good
bit?
for games that should have been on the portable. Because I like that
Really?
game, I actually do, but it should have been on the portable systems.
Yep. No, definitely, I agree. But that's where my, discrepancy is with that game. But if there's one thing I'm hoping and I don't see happening, if it's just seeing a actual running build of the game, because we all know with Ubisoft that's never gonna freaking happen.
No, of course not.
If there's one game I like to hear from Ubisoft with one of their IPs, and especially since it being a Tom Clancy based one, I would like to hear an announcement of a new Splinter Cell.
Oh yes, I really hope there's a new Splinter Cell because it's been about 2 years since Blacklist released, and what do you guys think about Blacklist?
Well, for me, as a longtime player to these Splinter Cell series, I think it was a step in the right direction compared to what happened with Conviction. Like, the way I see 2000 Conviction, I understand why they went that direction, but for a Splinter Cell game, it did not work.
No.
Oh, that's
only thing I
right.
did about Blacklist, I did not like the guy.
But yeah, it does seem...
What?
I just remembered the Division.
Oh, yeah. Which has been delayed again once more to next year.
Yeah.
But I was going to say before we were disrupted again because of Skype, just be forewarned, we're using Skype, and due to where me and Jerry are where we live, which is in the Northeast, we're predicted to have a bad thunderstorm today. Yeah, there's going to be a couple breaks, so please keep that in mind.
Yeah, I noticed that we're kind of lagging on each other.
Yeah, but I just wanted to bring that up. But if there's one thing that I had a big problem with regards to a Blacklist, it was my main problem with another game from a different company that was Teeth. I'm not calling it Thief 4 because...
Of course.
But it's in the same
Teeth.
problem. It's in the same problem that it is miscasting. The guy that they got, I'm not saying he's a bad actor, but Eric Johnson was not the right fit to replace
Michael Ironside?
Michael Ironside, thank you. Yeah, Sam Fisher. He was not the right choice. I'm not saying he didn't give it his all. I will be the complete opposite. I think he tried his damnedest compared to the new guy that overtook the role of Garrett in Teeth. But that said, even though he tried to give it his all, he was not the right fit, and I'm hoping with this inevitable announcement that they get a new actor to portray Sam Fisher, or at least make a new character to replace Sam Fisher as the main protagonist in the series.
I would say his daughter, but why not get a female protagonist for once?
Oh, Ubisoft won't do that. At least that's one thing that EA's doing proper, which we'll get to in a minute.
As Ubisoft has said,
yeah.
they're hard to animate.
Yeah, just add more fuel to the PR fire, Ubisoft. That always works well. Just look at Konami. Oh, wait.
That's
I tell you what I didn't.
sexist!
Nothing to be impressed about.
Oh, jeez. Now, with what I hope to hear from Ubisoft, well, granted, I'm not really expecting a lot from Ubisoft, but I really hope that we actually do get to see the first teaser for Beyond Good and Evil 2.
It's funny you bring that up, because I do feel like we're going to actually see something in regards to that game, than seeing anything regarding to The Last Guardian.
Compared to Last Guardian, yeah.
I'm not being a dick or being a troll, but let's face facts. A game being announced between those two, I expect, in all honesty, that one to be announced first, or even shown as a gameplay teaser, compared to The Last Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree with you, Kyle. I really want to see that sequel. Again, that sequel that was announced back at Ubi Days 2009.
Yeah, and we still haven't even seen jack about it. Because, well, I mean, because with a game like that, you got to have Michael Ansel working on it, and he's been sidetracked with the Rayman games that he worked on as of recent. And you know, I mean, I would love to see another Rayman game in the style of Rayman Origins and Rayman Legends, but come on, let's get on with Beyond Good and Evil 2 here.
Because that's the funny thing, Kyle. Expect that to happen. We're going to get another Rayman game in the style of that with the Ubi Arts engine. You know what it's going to be called?
What?
We had Rayman Origins. We had
Rayman
Legends. Now we get Rayman Forever.
Oh, jeez. So, what? Are they going to go into the future, since they're basically a forever type of title?
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
You know, Ubisoft. But yeah, I'm in all seriousness, I'm with you, Kyle. I'm really hoping that this year we finally get to see an actual re-announcement, or at least an actual gameplay teaser with actual in-game engine gameplay for Beyond Good and Evil 2. Because, like I said, this game was originally announced at Ubi Days 2009.
So
this was a time when
because
Ubisoft had their own events. I mean, it's tough.
Because I honestly believe that the only trace of good left in Ubisoft is Michael Ansel. That's what I fully that's what I fully believe. But it doesn't mean that they have some games that may be, you know, decent. I'm not saying that, but it's just it seems like a vast majority of their best work actually came from that guy alone.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
What's up, Jerry? Yeah, we're here.
No. See, that's Skype for you. If you don't know, like Jeff just explained, Skype is going nuts. I just wanted to chime in. I just remembering the vision that's been pushed. Are we going to see actual gameplay of that? At least to show that it's not dying?
I think we're seeing a little bit more of it, but I expect to see that at Microsoft's event due to that exclusive beta that they had.
That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Ubisoft has been doing that. They have their games, but they'd rather show gameplay at like a console manufacturer's press conference.
Whether it being PlayStation
or Microsoft or
on the very rarest occasion Nintendo.
Used to be more often with Nintendo, but nowadays it's becoming rare. Yep. We don't like you, even though we
considering what
Rayman
Ubisoft's doing with them releasing Just Dance and we don't like you, even though we put Rayman there, and then we put our crappy games like Just Dance and the poor quality Rabbids games that we like to shove out to the market now.
Thousands of shovelware that are just random, like something about Baby's Party or something weird like that. I'm not even making that one up. I saw that at GameStop, and I'm like, "Whoa!"
Yep.
Babies, horses, the Imagine series.
Yeah, those those types. Of
Ubisoft. Games. Seriously, do you honestly believe that a platform or platforms coming from Nintendo side really deserve those types of games? Just those types of games? No, they deserve more.
Mobile games, shoot. Nintendo deserves more respect than that.
Yes.
No, they don't want to, because they want to exploit Nintendo with every penny they get from them.
That's Yves Guillemot for you, a pompous CEO just laughing on his seat, saying,
"No,
oh, we and Wii U owners only just want Just Dance," when he didn't have the actual facts to back up the Wii U version.
Double R, I thought you were going to say, when you were making fun of Yves, I thought you were going to say, "Oh, that's a baseball." That's what Yves does.
Oh gosh. But yeah,
But the other thing that we know that we know where they're going to showcase is also Rainbow Six: The Siege.
See, that's the thing, and that's why I'm hoping that either Splinter Cell or Beyond Good and Evil 2 happens, because if I could give Ubisoft, even them being the most boring of all the third-party offerings in regards to media briefings, they do announce something big as a, you know, as a final game being announced in the presser. You know what I mean? Last year was a game you just said, which was Rainbow Six from Siege, right?
Yes.
Yes. So yeah, yeah, we're gonna see more of that game, obviously, but yeah, I don't know about you, dude. I don't know about you guys, but how do you guys really about Ubisoft this year?
I'm
Probably gonna be underwhelmed again.
If it wasn't for the fact that I have to be there for all of these, I would totally use Ubisoft's presser as a pee break or nap time or something.
Okay, that's what we're gonna call it for now on.
Just pee break and nap time.
Yeah, exactly. You know what?
Yeah,
That's what on the stream we'll even say that. Game Riffers E3 2015 stream. Nap time. Pee break. All right. So who's next? Square.
We'll be back. Square. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Square Enix, I think, in my perspective, what they're going to showcase, probably just a tad bit more about the new Star Ocean game, as well as some more about Final Fantasy 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say if we knew.
And I don't bring up Kingdom Hearts 3 because they're gonna be showcasing that at a later date within this year.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was gonna say that they would talk about Dissidia, but considering it's still a year away for any kind of console release, they'll probably go, we won't even bring that up.
Probably is a little tease, very small tease, like they did.
Maybe that's
like
something we can bring up next year.
Yeah, but it's more expect to see a full-blown trailer and a release date next year, or probably a later event known as TGS. Who really knows?
Or showcase some new characters, at least.
Yeah. But yeah, with Square Enix, there's one thing I'm really intrigued in, and I know a lot of people aren't, but there's one thing I gotta give Square credit, is that they made their own crowdfunding source called The Collective, and they just announced a couple months back that they said that they're gonna revive classic IDOS, you know, IPs such as Gex, one of my personal favorites, Fair Effect.
Wow, Fear Effect.
So so that's one
Fear
thing.
Effect, yeah. Can we expect a new Legacy? Oh, wait a minute.
Well, who knows? Maybe that could be a surprise. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe someone put a lot of money in reviving that brand. But I gotta say that's one reason why I'm actually excited for Square, to see if there's any updates to that and if there has been any games. You know what I mean?
Oh, and by the way, if they actually do plan on reviving Gex, they need to get that guy who voiced him in the earlier games.
Oh yeah, Dina Gould.
Yes. They need to.
I mean, what's he doing nowadays?
He was pretty much.
He's no longer doing those HBO specials like he used to back in the 90s, right?
I'm pretty sure he's just sitting there reminiscing about Wayne's World. So remember when I did
Pretty
that?
much.
Gex.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm a lonely. But yeah, it's funny, like, you know, both, all three of us really don't care about Square, but at the same time, we still do have a little bit of inkling compared to Ubisoft, which we really don't care, so that's something.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Jeff, you even, nobody can see it here, but you even have reference to Square on your Skype.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll put a picture
Be excited!
and we'll put a picture of that on the screen, so just so you know.
Final
But
Fantasy
yeah,
VII, only for Steam.
PlayStation 4. It will be a port of the PC version with upscale graphics.
For $20.
I know, right?
Be excited.
And that still hasn't released yet.
What I love what was just everyone's face going from happiness to just utter defeat.
Disappointment.
And
Yes.
everyone knows
That's the word.
I don't despise the game. I despise the fan base. But even with that announcement, I felt for the fans. I really did.
We feel bad for you, Maximilian, dude.
But besides that, that's pretty much with Square, right? We really don't know that much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we do know for a fact that they are announcing 2 new games at E3 this year, but we just don't know what. But
Right.
if we had to say one last thing that we do know that they're going to showcase, probably some more with Rise of the Tomb Raider, but probably at Microsoft's press conference.
Oh, we forgot one more from the Western branch. Actually, 2. An actual reveal of a new Hitman title and the new Deus Ex title.
And Sleeping Dogs Triad Wars, probably we'll hear some more about that too.
We'll probably hear that more at the PC thing. Please let us hear that at the PC thing, because I don't want to
Probably.
make one.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway,
But all right. Now here's where we go. Now these next 2. Now this isn't about which one we think is better, but I think we have a lot more to say about Bethesda. So I say let's talk about PC now, just because I think we can get it out of the way quicker, not because I think it's inferior or anything like that.
didn't we forget EA?
Frack, forgot about EA. EA. Think again, people. We put EA above Ubisoft and Square-Enix. And that's not even us trying to troll you. That's just how we feel. Well, yes, let's go to EA.
We honestly feel that
right.
EA is better than those 2.
You're right, Double R. EA, then we'll do PC. And not because we think PC is worse, it's just because I think we'll talk faster about PC.
Of course.
But let's go to EA. Double R, Mirror's Edge 2.
I was going to say Mirror's Edge 2, or Mirror's Edge the remake.
I thought you were going to say Mirror's Edge the Reckoning.
But,
I'm like, oh, now that I would play.
Yeah. Hell, just tell an EA rep that's what it should be called. Hell, for all you know, you probably get royalties for it.
If there is at least one game from EA that actually that has me very intrigued, would be the new Need for Speed game that is in development.
Oh yeah.
Is it possibly a reboot of the whole series, or is it a new Need for Speed Underground? Because I would definitely love to see the latter.
The raid that they were describing, it sounds like it's an entire reboot to the entire series. However, they're taking the inspiration, obviously, from the Underground series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
But other than that... Oh, I do too.
I've been playing it since 3DO. I mean, think about that. 3DO.
Oh, man. But other than that, I mean, maybe the 4th Mass Effect game, but other than that, nothing really else comes to mind. I mean, we're going to be seeing... we're going to be seeing Madden, NBA Live, FIFA, just the sports games that they like to showcase every single year with how pretty they look and how much new of the roster is going to be, which they update on a yearly basis.
Oh, but here's the funny thing that they just announced today. That they show that they trounce Ubisoft as a better developer. There's actually playable female players in the upcoming FIFA title.
Oh, yes, that is right.
What about Star Wars Battlefront?
Oh, yeah, that too.
Oh, yes, I forgot about that. I'm very intrigued to know the entirety of the Star Wars games that they have in development right now, aside from just Star Wars Battlefront.
See, that's the thing. I think they were seeing more about that deal that was announced last year. At least one more. You know what I mean? And I'm really hoping to Amy Hennig developed one.
Oh yeah. But or anything new with UFC?
Ooh, I'm the MMA fan, and I haven't heard a thing about it.
Dana White, what did you do now?
You know, for all we know, even though he said Ronda Rousey won't be in WrestleMania, he's like, no, that was just a one-off thing. I'm like, yeah, right. There's too much money on the table, dude. You're probably just trying to throw a cent.
So he basically said, "Screw you" to EA, and he's gonna have her as an upcoming DLC character for WWE 2K16, huh?
You know,
oh boy,
if he was smart,
as pre-order.
That's good cross promotion.
Well, not for you because you play 2K15. Remember?
Oh God. I hope they make that a better playing game. But the only other thing I can think of would be like a random wild guess is in that like how they have Mass Effect 4 that all of a sudden they go, we're gonna have Dragon Age Gaiden. I don't know.
Dragon Age Gaiden. Oh God. Developed by Team Ninja.
Hey, that will actually work. I mean, hell, let's face fact. The only reason people play the Mass Effect and Dragon Age games are for what? The sex scenes?
Yep.
You play BioWare games for that, yep.
Yep.
You play BioWare games for the sex.
No, it's actually perfect. It's actually a perfect marriage between publisher and developer when you think about it.
But with Dragon Age Gaiden, it's the first ever fast-paced hack and slash game, and since Team Ninja is collaborating, it's gonna have boob physics.
You can shake your PS4 controller and see them go.
Like they did years ago when he showed off the ad for Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
We're so immature.
Yep.
But other than that, anything else from EA that you can think of?
Would this be the year we finally get to see footage or actual development on Battlefield 5, or would that be next year?
I hope next year. I don't want them to.
Yeah.
I don't want them to rush it.
No, definitely, I agree.
Which they seem to have been doing a much better job as of recent, not rushing their games out the window.
Unlike someone else, Activision.
And Ubisoft or Ubihard.
Are you okay there, dude?
I was gonna say, you actually legit sound sick though.
I was just exaggerating.
I know. That was the joke.
No, I'm not sick. But yeah, that's all I can think from EA off the top of my head.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I imagine it being a more interesting show compared to both Square-Enix and especially Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing. It's just like we really don't know it also with them either.
No.
But if there's one game I do we're see a little bit more of, it's Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, which was confirmed to having a sequel in development for early next year.
Oh yes.
Believe it or not,
I totally
the first
forgot
time was fun if you
about that.
Really fun. But I think that's it for EA, right?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so who's next?
I
PC
mentioned
games.
PC because I feel we'd get that out of the way quicker.
So we're giving some love to the PC master race, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So the PC thing is to give some frame of reference. When is this PC conference?
The day that
Nintendo and Square Enix. Yeah, but it will be later in the evening.
And again, it's gonna be 3 hours long.
Yes.
Well, that's lovely. so we might not even stream it.
We're gonna be tired when we cover that.
Oh god, no. We're not gonna tire. We're not gonna watch it. But I imagine we're gonna do like a follow up. You know what I mean? If there's anything big enough.
If it depends on the time too.
Yeah, that too.
I guess that's true.
If the time says okay, then I'll go okay.
Yep.
But right now it doesn't. It looks like we might not even.
If it's anything,
watch.
if it's in relation to PC games, we're probably going to be seeing a bunch of brand new graphics cards be showcased.
Well, it is being sponsored by both PC Gamer and AMD, so there's a possibility.
Okay.
I will give this first try a chance because here's the reason why. I have more respect for this professor, unlike the original showcase, and that was Ouya's debut at E3.
I remember that. They were in the parking lot, weren't they?
Yes! I knew they were a crowdfunded platform, but goddamn, your fring is in the parking lot. I don't know which was more depressing.
I don't know.
The console itself, the fact they're showcasing the console outside of the event.
They're like, no, guys, we're okay though. Seriously,
Who's gonna be
successful?
Who's gonna be looking at a console outside the event?
A
year later,
a
year later, they're selling their assets. Yeah, they were successful.
But in terms of PC exclusive games, I really don't know anything.
The only thing I know is that Splash Damage, the guys who did they did the multiplayer component for Arkham Origins.
Mm-hmm.
But they also did a first-person shooter for Bethesda back in the day called oh my god, what was it called?
Fraction?
You know which game I'm talking about, guys, right? No.
Third person, you said?
No, first person.
First person?
I don't know what
Dishonored?
you're talking about.
No, it was an actual shooter. Like you had groups, like it was like in a post-apocalyptic world, and you were playing against two groups.
Rage?
No.
Left 4
Just throwing
Dead?
names out.
No. I know you are. Brink.
Oh.
Forgettable name, forgettable game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're the developers of that. They're going to be talking about a new game at the event. And one of the previous publishers we just mentioned, Square-Enix, is going to be at that event announcing a couple things. So that's going to be very interesting.
Uh-huh.
Please let it be. And here, if this is the case, then this is why I want to hear from them. Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3, as well as Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 coming to Steam.
That wouldn't be no, I mean, that wouldn't be an impossibility. I mean, that would be a hell of a good idea.
No, but I think they need to with Final Fantasy 15.
Oh yeah, it's because it just, when I'm playing the demo, I'm like, this is one of the instances where this game could actually run fine on PC or play well as a PC game.
Well, no, but it's more in fact how much is writing on the game.
Oh yeah, of course. Very ambitious.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think there's going to be any tech announcements?
Well, that's the thing. We really don't know because we don't know if it's going to be a streamlined format, just nothing but announcing games, or 20% games, 20% graphics card announcements / accessories to PCs, and like you just said, we really don't know. You know what I mean?
Well, here's what we guess.
No, we don't. Oh.
It really could be a mixture of all those.
Predictions, we guess. Totally think they're going to show an NVIDIA card. Watch.
Oh yeah.
That's one guess.
Yep.
Because they always bring about a new graphics card every month to make the newer ones that came out a month before obsolete very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Oh,
good
boy.
old games.
But
Steam.
I'm hoping we hear more. You know, that's one thing I'm glad you guys brought up, because I would like to hear more about what new features are coming. Even though it's just came out as with its public beta, I'd like to hear more details in regards to Galaxy, in regards to how to add a better way to how to add friends, that type of stuff. But I don't think it's going to be there because I don't know if you guys didn't see, but they're not part of the the sponsors and like the people who are joining that thing. So,
uh-huh.
but then again, it could be a last minute, like 11-hour thing. You know what I mean? So who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Well, then I guess
So-
you guys are really straining to think of anything else. So
Yeah, we are.
well, I guess let's move on.
like nothing. Nothing comes off the top of my head.
That's fine. Here's where the viewer comes into play, eh? You guys watching, if there's anything you think that they'll do, let us know in the comments.
What's going on?
Yes, definitely.
Taking over Marlboro Drive. One man per stop.
Next up.
Fuck them.
This is the one.
The one
where
we're all-
you and
we're
Jeff
all,
are going to be the ones that are going to.
Yeah, me and Jeff are just giddy. Which is kind of cool that this company has given us 2 things to be giddy about. Maybe even 3 if they'll announce a new version of that game to wash out the online game.
Good job.
The taste out of our mouth for that one.
Mm.
So, we're talking about Bethesda.
Yep.
Now, theirs is the first in terms
Uh-huh.
of time. Their press conference will be before the event even actually starts, right? Officially?
Yep.
Yes. Uh-huh.
To go
Yep,
on
it's
ahead.
on that Sunday.
Or I'll start. Well, anyways, what
Yeah,
I
so I was gonna
expect...
say.
What I expect is Todd Howard to walk out there and show that trailer for Fallout 4. No gameplay. Maybe he'll show gameplay at console manufacturers thing. Even though always be PC and the PC version this and that, but watch. He'll go, I'm going to go show this off on Xbox once. On Microsoft's presser or something. 'Cause he did that before. With Fallout
Yep.
3. I'm going to show this on Microsoft. I was like, what, we want it? No!
2008, if I recall.
So how about you, Jeff?
Well, you know me, I am excited for Fallout 4, but there's a game I'm even more excited compared to that announcement, and that is the public reveal, well, for us, with its reinterpretation of Doom, a beloved first-person shooter series that not only coined, but actually birthed the whole genre to begin with, right?
Oh,
That and
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
Well, especially Wolfenstein, those 2 games, you know what I mean? But
Both by id.
Mm-hmm.
You could say
Yes,
you could say
I-
more accurately, id, the company, the
thank you.
developers.
Yes,
birthed
the developer themselves, they were the ones that birthed the genre. A genre that I am still a avid fan of still to this day. And the reason why I'm excited, it's not because only of the IP at Name 2. It's more the fact of seeing what a
Let's go.
already owned IP from id what was done by a different developer, that being last year's phenomenal sleeper hit, Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Hey, you want this route? You gotta pay for it.
Even though we just got a little, I mean very little snippet of a teaser for the upcoming reveal, if there's one thing I was worried about, I was worried that we were originally going to get a Doom game in name only, but the gameplay mechanics was going to be more inclined to, say, like modern militaristic shooters and more inclined to, say, that of Call of Duty, which we almost did. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys saw the video that was on my Facebook a couple of days ago, right? With the original vision of what Doom 4 was going to be.
I don't think so.
It was going to be a retelling, somewhat of a retelling of Doom 2 Hell on Earth,
Uh-huh.
but it was going to take mechanics from modern military shooters like Call of Duty and bringing in like ADS, like scoping, like scope shooting, like that type of stuff. And I have nothing against that, but it's just when I get a Doom game, I expect it to be a Doom game. You know what I mean? There are some specific games.
I expect it to be dark, monsters that came from hell.
Yeah, pretty much. You expect a game to be in the same DNA that was based off of and born from. You know what I mean? You guys get what I'm saying?
Yes,
like
absolutely.
I wouldn't mind if it take the proper elements that work well in modern shooters, but just slapping like the generic militaristic, elements that we've seen from modern shooters, like say like Call of Duty, even Battlefield, and just slapping and just naming it Doom 4. That does not work. And seeing that they went back to square one from that little snippet, to me that looked more inclined of an actual Doom game, and especially what we heard from last year's behind closed doors showing at QuakeCon last year, it looks like they're on the right track. And from what we've heard basically hearing that it's a 3D interpretation of Brutal Doom, I want to see the game. So yeah, you can tell I'm really excited to see this.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm not. Don't get wrong. I'm not. That does not mean I'm not excited for Fallout 4, because don't get me wrong, I am. I really am. But I like my hype level between Fallout 4 and Doom 4. It goes more with Doom 4 than Fallout 4. But there's one thing I am hoping, and potential announcement. I would love to hear an announcement from Tim Willits, who is still the head of id. I would love to hear them announce that they're actually making a Quake 5.
Definitely.
And here's the thing too. I don't know if you guys have recently played or even seen like gameplay from Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. But in the opening scene, when you're in the car with your compatriot from the, if you look at the startup, with the keyboard inside and the carport, you see the keychain is one of the guns from Quake.
There's a lot of Easter eggs in the old.
It's either the rocket launcher or is one more of the bigger guns from Quake. But yeah, cool. I'm wondering if there's gonna be an announcement of Machine Games doing a Quake game. Because if they are, imagine what they did with Wolfenstein. Imagine the possibilities they could do of reviving Quake. But yeah, as you can tell with me rambling on about just it in general, I am excited for this game. Just like how Jerry wanted to ramble on about Fallout 4. That's how excited us respectively are for these respected unveilings. But enough about us. Kyle, which game are you excited for? Or really, games are you excited for from Bethesda showing?
I really don't know, to be honest. I really haven't got into Bethesda that much, and I know I should have, but honestly, I really, aside from Doom, the new Doom, and as well as Fallout 4, nothing has really piqued my interest.
We'll get Skyrim on Steam. I mean, it's on sale.
Oh, it is? Skyrim is?
It was.
Yeah. It was, yeah. I do expect to hear some remaster announcements for PS4 and Xbox One, and it's obviously
speaking of Skyrim, I hope that's
Skyrim
remastered.
I do expect one to hear for Dishonored.
Oh yeah,
because there's been rumblings of a supposed sequel being announced in the near future for the current gen consoles and PC. Which I'll say that Dishonored 2. Really Dishonored. I'm not a big fan of the game, but if I had to choose, I would definitely play that game over Thief. I can say that.
Yeah, feel you on that.
But for Bethesda, it's just like I'm actually really excited because like the others, like, yeah, we really don't know, but that's the beauty. It's like, I feel like this is the first time for E3 in general that it's nice to know that we don't know really a lot.
Uh-huh.
Also, I want to mention there's a chance for a new Elder Scrolls announcement, and there's a chance for Fallout 4 gameplay on top of the trailer, but I think it's just going to be a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
How we know that they are going to announce Fallout 4 is there was a LinkedIn job thing. I forgot, somebody on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn even had a job opening for it, and somebody on LinkedIn already put it as one of their past credits on their resume that they worked on an E3 trailer for Fallout 4.
And interesting enough, it's a production company that's owned by Guillermo del
Toro. Yep.
That guy can never get a break, huh?
No.
Especially when it comes to games. Like, this is like his third time being ousted by games, right? First it was Insane with THQ, then it was freaking Konami. Oh, we'll get to them in a second. With Silent Hills, and now it's this. And now it's this league of potential Fallout 4 unveiling.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the guy is cursed, and it's a horrible thing to say.
Yes. What a horrible night to have a curse. Sorry, Guillermo del Toro. I had to make a Castlevania joke, even though it's a Konami game.
Well, since we're already going on, and you mentioned Konami and all that, I actually think it's time for part 2 of this, and then we'll wrap up. And that's the companies that we know that'll be there but don't have pressers. Double RU, you actually brought one up. That's right, WB.
Yeah.
But
yes.
I guess all we'll see from them is Batman. Nah, probably.
Batman Arkham Knight. I think some of the new Lego games they have in development.
Oh
Maybe
yeah, that's Dimensions
Injustice,
one that they're trying to.
Maybe
Dimensions. They're also doing one for Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, which I think will be out in time for the movie.
Oh yeah.
And then they have that supposed one that's going to be a competitor for Minecraft that was just recently announced.
Yeah, I heard about that. But Jerry, to be honest, with an Injustice sequel, I expected to hear that more at Evil. To be honest, just like how the original was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe not.
I mean, that's probably
or he's probably right. It could be a surprise announcement too. It could be either which way I'm getting at. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that definitely seems to be the next thing that NetherRealm Studios is going to be working on after Mortal Kombat X, the Injustice sequel.
And I can't wait to see what they do with Injustice 2, because I didn't expect MKX to be better than both Injustice 1 and MK9.
Mm-hmm.
So I am really curious to see how better Injustice 2 is.
But other than that, I think I also heard that they're going to be working on a Lego Avengers game. That's going to, well, the first one that's going to be based off the first movie, and then the second one I think is going to be based on Age of Ultron. But that's as far as I know.
How's your connect? You get everything you need? No, man.
Am I the only person that would really love to see a Lego Marvel vs. DC game done by Traveller's Tale? I would love that.
That there is a possibility. They said that there is a possibility that they may actually do a crossover game. Marvel versus DC.
Don't play with me. Don't play me, WB.
But other than that, I really don't know anything else coming from WB. I mean, The Witcher 3 is already out, and
that's
Mortal
right,
Kombat X is already out.
For US publishing, they did that for Witcher 3, right? For the consoles?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, yeah.
But yeah, nothing else comes to mind.
I'm hoping, and I know it's
unless if they have a new Middle Earth game or Lord of the Rings game. Or Lord of the Rings game, or whatever.
That would be nice. I know it's out there, but I'd like to hear from WB, and I do see it happening, because like what Jerry said with Injustice, it could happen because I've seen WB in general been pushing the DC Comics brand more often in multimedia. I either want a full-fledged Justice League title or a full-fledged Superman title for current-gen consoles.
Yeah, it's long overdue for Superman to have a good game for one.
And if they can't do
solo game,
and if they can't do Superman, well, you have a popular character. You have two popular characters that have two popular shows on CW. One was phenomenal. The other was let's not talk about season 3. And that's both that's both Green Arrow and the Flash. You can definitely make games on those two respective characters. It's that easy.
Yes.
Any thoughts on WB games, Jerry?
No, that's it. Batman and maybe Injustice. Maybe.
I mean.
Oh, that's a baseball. I heard that.
Nice. But honestly, how would you feel if they ever announced like Green Arrow or even a Flash game for current gen consoles?
Well, it'd be nice, especially if the two shows are doing well, especially Flash.
Oh, especially Flash. Not only that, but like I've told you behind the scenes, I've played Infamous First Light and Second Son. The powers that you get from Fetch, that's a speedster right there, and it works so well.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard, but getting back on topic, I'm wondering what WB is going to announce, but we really don't know. Again, it's obviously going to be either at the two of the big three, because I honestly don't expect to see them announcing something really big besides what we already know at Nintendo's event, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Not from WB. But alright, we've got Capcom, Konami, Namco Bandai, and Activision.
Koei Tecmo. Activision, and the other was Rockstar.
Yep.
Rockstar. I don't know what we'll see from Rockstar. I honestly don't.
There's been a lot of rumors that they're probably going to announce Red Dead Redemption 2, or at least a remaster of Red Dead Redemption 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Which, here's the thing, I hope for... I'll be happy for both. In regards to Red Dead Redemption 1, there has yet to be a PC port made available. There is not even a PC port of the game as of yet.
Yes, that is right. I forgot about that.
But yeah, I'm really...
One of those games that needs to make the transition to PC.
No kidding, but I would really love to see an announcement for a sequel. Either that or Bully, because I gotta tell you I gotta tell you something honest, guys, and I know Bully wasn't originally a last-gen console game. It was more of a game that was a last-gen console game from last-gen you get what I'm saying? It was more of a 7th-gen console game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, we're in the 9th console, or is it the 8th console generation now?
We're in the 8th console generation.
I mean, so it was a 6th-gen console game, but I would like to see either, a new Red Dead Redemption or a new Bully game, because I gotta tell you honestly, guys, those two games I think are better, spades better, than freaking GTA. As gay as become of life.
I enjoyed the crap out of Bully when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
Just the idea. Gameplay like GTA, but you're in a school, basically.
Pretty much.
But maybe we'll hear some more from Rockstar's agent. Maybe it will come to you as an exclusive, as what Zen Gamer brought up.
Yeah.
So let's move on.
No, it's just chilling with freaking The Last Guardian. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, let's
move on to Activision. And that's because Call of Duty. There you go.
Yep, nothing but Call of Duty.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5?
Oh, who would... if that's real, who would develop it?
It is real.
It is good.
It is real.
Depending on developers.
It's Robomoto. It's Robomoto.
You know the same genius developer that made.
Tony Hawk Ride.
Oh, God.
So I get to feel not good about it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you don't get to ride on Tony Hawk, unfortunately.
Was that intentional
And
sound so wrong because it was so wrong?
Oh, God. Just come on, have some fun.
Well, since we're talking about Activision, their big motto is "No fun allowed."
Yep, and probably new DLC for Destiny, or Density, as we like to call it.
I mean,
Destiny is Destiny, or Destiny is Density, whatever you want to say.
that's actually what you think about it.
Thank you, Razor Fist.
Yeah, thanks, man. But yeah, we're talking about the company that's just letting poor Crash Bandicoot just rot into the dungeon that is Activision.
We'll probably hear more about their next Skylanders game, but I'm really not holding any high hopes.
Our new Skylanders game, introducing Crash Bandicoot.
Actually, I think they're going to be having vehicles in the new Skylanders.
Jeez.
Yeah, they're running out of ideas.
No, really? Activision is the king, while Ubisoft is the pauper, don't you know?
Ugh. But yeah,
Okay.
nothing else comes to mind when it comes to Activision. I mean, they don't have the Marvel license anymore.
Thank God, hell, give it to EA!
Honestly, at this point.
I mean, yes, EA made Marvel's Nemesis, but that was years ago!
That's the thing. I got
Rise of the Imperfects.
some people some people have to realize is that when they get mad, well, they made this crappy game years ago. I'd still hate them. It's like, that was years ago, though.
It's like, yeah, have a cookie, just turn around, just shut the hell up, and just go away forever. But yeah, nothing much of EA. They're
mean
nothing but trash.
You mean Activision?
Yeah, nothing much from Activision.
Oh yeah, Activision.
Alright, so now we've got Capcom. Okay, let's start with Capcom.
Yes, yes, please.
Yes.
Capcom,
Definitely.
here's what I expect. We're so sorry about USF4. Oh god. Invisible Sonic Boom.
Wait, don't you mean don't you mean that Odo's gonna once more come out getting drunk saying, "Oh, I am so sorry about the crappiness that is also Street Fighter 4."
On PS4.
Which I'm totally not saying we're making Street Fighter 6, but yo, we're totally making Street Fighter 6 for PlayStation 5. You know he is gonna do that.
Oh god, yes. But yeah, Street Fighter 5 is definitely a possibility of what they're going to be talking about more, showcasing some newer characters, or some new characters that haven't been announced, because all we know so far is Ryu, Chun-Li, Charlie, and M. Bison with gray hair.
Which I'm glad, because this confirms that this takes place after Street Fighter 3.
Yes. About time. I've been waiting for a Street Fighter game after 3.
And it only took, what, 10 years?
1999, 2015.
Almost. About 15 years.
Yeah.
A little over 15, near 20 years, yes.
That's sad, isn't it?
It is sad.
People have died and been born and everything. And these guys just...
Wonder if some older characters that been in only one game will finally get some more limelight. Some of the alpha characters,
I'm hoping
like
for R. Mika and Karin, you know.
Yes.
I'm hoping for Mackie.
Not that, but I want to see either one of the dolls return, either Julia or Julie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, hell, Junie was in Cammy's ending and opening for Street Fighter 4, right, Jerry?
Yes.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised if she came back as a playable character in Street Fighter 5.
Mm-hmm.
I know I want this to happen, but it's not going to happen. But I'm going to say this every year, like how Kyle Bossman says he wants to see The Last Guardian, and it's never going to happen. Hi, Kyle. I know you don't listen to this, but I like your stuff over at Game Trailers. Go watch the final boss.
Just gotta
but in all seriousness.
You seriously got to bring up The Last Guardian.
But in all seriousness, it's sad because I'm in the same way as how Kyle feels about The Last Guardian. Darkstalkers 4.
We're still on Capcom, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we're still on Capcom.
Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, I thought you were talking about like Darkstalkers 4, and I'm like, wait a minute, we're still on Capcom, or?
Yes. We're still on Capcom, but yeah, I still want to see a 4th installment.
Adrice.
Nice.
Oh, that was before we recorded, right? They won't get that.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
In jokes.
But yeah, I would definitely like to see Darkstalkers 4. One thing I do expect to see or hear it as announcements. We all know that DMC4 Special Edition is releasing for both PS4 and Xbox One on June 18th, which is the week of E3.
Yes.
I do expect an announcement of a new DMC game.
Either DMC Devil May Cry or from the original Devil May Cry series. One of the two. Or at least both.
I'm hoping just to, and I don't care, I'm being a freaking prick right now. Just to piss off the fan base, announce DMC2 Devil May Cry.
You're a prick.
Thank you.
That needs to be a soundbite.
We can make it. We have the technology.
What? Me saying you're a prick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that should be a soundbite.
No, because imagine, like,
you know what?
All the
that could be my other text alert besides, oh, that's baseball. So I'll switch it up. Sometimes I'll say, oh, that's baseball. Sometimes I'll say, you're a prick.
No. That'd be even better. Just using it as a notification for spam mail.
I wish I could make it that specific, because yes, I would.
No, but the reason why I'm saying this.
No, it was using the grandfathers of the Shaolin Fist.
I was gonna say you're a prick. No, that's a baseball. Anyway,
but in all seriousness, the reason why I say this is because a lot of people, even diehard fans of DMC, hated it just because it was different, which I still don't get why to this day. Do I want to see both? Of course, but if they want to do something unique and different, just release that one first, and then a year or two later, just, if they want to release both, just release one first and the other later. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Isn't this school supposed to be?
All right, more
do you
about
think
Capcom.
do you think? Well, I was gonna say, do you think we might hear something new towards Resident Evil this year?
I think Resident Evil 7. Because people tend to forget that they said it was around early this year or late last year when it was announced of Revelations 2. One of the higher-ups of the game's development did state that this is going to be the first game in the series that's going to be annualized.
Mm-hmm.
So, since technically Revelations 2 was a 2014 title, even though the other installments, the episodes were released this year, it was still technically a 2014 title. So, I do imagine at least an announcement of Resident Evil 7, and not a release, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I just want to make that clear. I don't think they're going to release Resident Evil 7 this year. I think that's going to be more in line for its 20th anniversary next year. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized how old I am. God damn it, Capcom. Just realizing that this game series is going to be 20 years old, I'm kind of having a midlife crisis, and I'm at the age of 27. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. But,
well, all right.
Yeah, but yeah, I do feel like that there is at least going to be an announcement because, like I said, Resident Evil is turning 20 years old next year. So I do expect to hear an announcement of that game, but what do you guys think about remaining announcements from Capcom?
Hey, you remember Deep Down?
I
don't.
Mm-hmm. Can we just say that was canceled and they did the right thing and revived Dragon's Dogma, or at least a remaster? And that's another. If you know what, ironically enough, thank you for bringing that up, because that's another game that hasn't seen a PC release either.
I would say from Capcom, one last thing, maybe since it also pertains to Resident Evil. Well, then again, that would be maybe a bit too wide stretch. But we also did hear that Resident Evil 0 is getting the HD remaster treatment. So maybe, hopefully, another HD remaster will come into mind that they could potentially try to showcase.
Hey, you know, it'd be nice since Resident Evil 2 is turning. Since Resident Evil is turning 20 next year. You know, it'd be nice if Resident Evil 0 does so well, if they actually do go ahead with a full-fledged remake of Resident Evil 2.
And 3.
Oh, yeah, both, yeah.
Yes.
And they would be
I
able
want
to.
both of them to be remade.
And here's the thing, they'll be able to.
And Code Veronica.
Yes, but here's the thing with 3 being realistic, because with the game, if they do a full-fledged remake of 2, they could just reuse the assets from 2 and use it in 3, and even in Code Veronica, you know what I mean?
Yeah, to save money, yeah, I think that actually would be smart.
And I would not mind, because they did the same with the originals, but yeah, with Capcom, I'm actually kind of curious to hear what they're announcing this year. And you know what? Just a surprise announcement I'd like to hear them announce, since, you know, I thought Dead Rising 3 did alright for a launch title for the Xbox One. How would you guys feel of hearing of Dead Rising 4 being an exclusive once more for Xbox?
Oh, I don't know. At least we'll know that it's happening again.
If there's one thing I wish Capcom would do right, if there is going to be a PC release, do a better job for. Please just do a better job for the PC release, because I've heard a lot of bad things about the Dead Rising 3 release for PC.
Ah,
I got a lot.
That sucks.
But yeah, like, I'm actually really. That's the sad thing. I'm actually more intrigued of what Capcom has to offer this year's E3 compared to Square-Enix and especially Ubisoft. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed. And
Okay.
let's move on.
Oh.
We've got no, before then we've got Koei Tecmo.
Oh, thank God.
Oh gosh, you about gave me a heart attack.
We got Koei Tecmo. So
I
Dead or Alive
expect it.
versus Virtua Fighter.
I would
I
love
know they
that.
want to make it. I don't think they'll announce it. But I know they want to. I know that's what they want.
I will love that to happen.
The first.
Actually,
please.
you know what? Maybe there's a shot of that. Actually,
It's real, dude. It's more realistic of us getting Virtual Fighter 6. You know that, right?
exactly.
First trailer to Ninja Gaiden 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah. That's realistic too. Hell, DOA 6.
Yeah, that's also very highly plausible. Just straight up.
Because Team Ninja did say they have multiple games in development this year.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see in DOA 6. What's the story of those new characters that you didn't bother to add in the story mode?
Oh, don't get me started on that.
Yeah,
Rhino's a cyborg for no reason. We're not gonna explain it. We're gonna
Yeah, we're just gonna stick him in here, and you're just gonna play him and like it. And you're gonna play him with a bath towel on, because that's DLC cut.
I see they took an idea from Murata in regards to Tekken, huh?
and watch out, because Raito, who is a cyborg, he's gonna conceive another child from Konsumi's mother.
Oh God! Don't even. The whole worst thing about, because that literally had nothing to do with it.
Oh, thank you, Itagaki, for that unnecessary origin.
Exactly. Very unnecessary.
I love your games too, but seriously, that was unnecessary.
You're like the Vince McMahon of storylines, man. Believe it or not, Vince McMahon.
That is actually a perfect title for Itagaki.
Vince McMahon's story for Batista originally
Yes.
was the same as Ayane's. That he'd be a baby made like that. And Batista said, that's dumb. And thank God we didn't get to see it.
Yes.
See, Batista's not all that dumb. But oh wait,
Yep.
we're not talking
No.
Actually, Actually, I hate to say this, but you know how horrible it is. You know who actually would work with? Randy Orton.
What's going on in there?
Oh yes.
You know, Randy Orton could play
Too many
Rig.
RKO's.
Randy Orton could play Rig from DOA.
He actually could, yeah.
Yes, he could.
If he was younger, yeah, he definitely could. But yeah, I do see DOA 6 being a realistic thing. Because here's the thing.
I think like DOA 6 and DOA cross VF and DOA 6 is probably more likely though.
And Ninja Gaiden 4.
Ninja Gaiden 4 totally. And one of those Warriors games, maybe not Dynasty Warriors, maybe it'd be Samurai Warriors or
Well,
or maybe even
well,
Dragon Quest Heroes, which is supposed to come out.
I know that.
Oh, that's so cool. I always wanted to go.
I know that they're actually working on a revised update for Samurai Warriors 4 called Samurai Warriors 4-2, so it's kind of like taking Final Fantasy X-2 in that regard.
Yeah. For a future Warriors game, I wouldn't be surprised if they did another collaboration with Nintendo to do a sequel to Hyrule Warriors. Or to do another one based off of Nintendo IP. Here's a hint. Fire Emblem Muso. It would work. Trust me. It would work.
How about a Super Mario Muso one? Because that was one that they actually kind of wanted to try out.
No that, but hey! Go with EA. Star Wars. That is all.
Oh my god! I just
you pulled a shot, huh?
Something happened a little bit at the thought of it. I will say.
Oh boy.
By the way, are we done here? Because there's two more.
Yeah.
Moving on. Before the bad one, we still have Namco Bandai. Namdai, or as our good buddy Neo from Gundam at MAHQ would say, Bamkai Namdo. So, with that, we've got, having seen as much Tekken 7 as I've already seen, I think that's a foregone conclusion.
Oh, yeah.
Tekken 7 is going to be there. Now, the
Where's
one
Tekken
that...
Street Fighter?
I was just going to say, that one's probably not likely, but it might happen.
It's like the same thing with I said about Injustice 2. It's likely over at EA or
Evo.
at Evo that we're going to see that announcement, and I hope we hear it this year.
You'd be the person I talked to about it, right?
It's been enough time. I already forgot about the bad taste of Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
And the sad thing is that wasn't Namco's fault. That was Capcom 100.
Exactly. Namco just wanted to distance themselves from that. Yeah.
Ono was being drunk again.
Like he isn't? I mean, you clearly have seen Street Fighter 4, right?
Oh, yes. I've seen it. I plan on not touching that game ever again.
No, it's real.
I know it's real, but not in my world, Jack.
But Bamco. Oh! See a little bit more of Project Cross Zone 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And I love you guys. Not, well, maybe love's too strong of a word. I like you guys. Super best friends. Matter of fact, I even extend an invitation. You guys can jump on with us anytime. Y'all cool. We have different opinions. Very like about Cross Zone, because you guys call it Cross Boring, and I'm just like I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Like how is it Cross Boring? What do you?
How is it?
You guys have
boring
played
to
Super
begin
Robot
with?
Wars games before, right? I know you have. But anyways, hopefully you can come on one day and elaborate.
Yes.
Because you know, like I said, I do like you guys. I don't want it to sound like I hate or like have any beef with any of the best friends, because I don't.
Right.
No.
I just wanna hear you elaborate. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Anyway,
Namco Bandai, Cross Zone. They're supposed to be an arena fighter. That was
J-Star Victory Plus, I think is what it's called.
oh yeah, that game
that
that.
isn't even the one I was thinking of. But
Oh.
Yeah, that's coming out.
Oh, is it Project Treasure for the Wii U?
Some sort of arena fighter. Oh.
Because I know Harada's doing that for the Wii U.
Reigns type deal.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I forgot it. Maximilian was talking about it.
Yeah, I think I know which game you're talking about, but I can't think of it either. But like I said, at last year at one of the previous Nintendo Directs, Harada was on. And he announced a new game for the Wii U called Project Treasure.
Yes.
I do feel like we're gonna see more of that, most likely at Nintendo's event.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just like a simple, small downloadable title, right?
I think so, or unless they plan on making it a full packaged game.
And here's the thing, too, and this is why I brought it up as a segue. Since there's a specific character that's going to be in that game, because we all know which character it is, you know what would be nice to hear? Yeah, thanks a lot! you know which game I would like to hear Namco announce with Wii U? Well, Nintendo for a Wii U exclusive? A HD re-release of Xenosaga.
The Xenosaga trilogy?
Yes.
Nice.
Ah.
Here's the reason why. What game is coming out from Nintendo? Oh, that's right. Yes, Xenoblade Chronicles X. It'll be a great segue and a great way to, hype up the game too, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
In regards to Bamco, I really do hope that either at E3, I'm with you, Jerry, I do hope either at E3 or at EVO, we do hear actual confirmation and a re-announcement of Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Because that needs to happen. I want to see a full-fledged 3D Street Fighter game. For once.
Another one I would hope to hear more about is from Namco Bandai is Pokken Tournament.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Again, I think we'll hear that at the Nintendo Direct during the event. But I'm really curious if that's going to be a Wii U title or an NX title or maybe possibly. Was like what they're maybe possibly doing with Legend of Zelda. But that's another can of worms we will eventually get into, hopefully post the event. But
for me, what I hope that Namco Bandai announces is a localization of Dragon Ball Z Extreme Butoden for the 3DS.
Oh my god,
you're not
yes!
the only one. In fact,
Seriously.
that's the one being done by Arc System Works, right?
Yes!
Yes.
It needs to happen.
And the fact is, Japan only and on 3DS only. Yes, that's how you make a company like that can make a tournament-worthy fighter.
And here's the thing, if Bamco is still afraid that Dragon Ball doesn't sell, I don't know what they're smoking, because Dragon Ball games have been selling up the yin-yang since it debuted here in '97, right?
Yes. Last time I checked, it was like of course, they have all their franchises, but that's like one of their top money makers. It's supposed to be. Last time, if you don't know, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, listen to Kanzenshu. They have a podcast, and on their podcast and on their website, they usually talk about earnings reports for Bamco and Funimation. See how much Dragon Ball makes money for.
I'm also very curious to know more information about Tales of Zestiria.
Oh yeah, especially since there's been rumors of a PS4 port being in development too.
PS4 port and a PC port.
Ooh, interesting.
Now this ain't gonna happen. No, I'm just bringing up a wild one, just because this is a Candyland. What I wish would happen is Super Robot Wars. Like an OG Super Robot Wars game being announced. That's Candyland.
It would be nice. I share your pain, Jerry, because there are two.
Because Cross Zone is basically Super Robot Wars.
Yeah.
I feel your pain, Jerry, because there are two retro, beloved in-house IPs I like to see make a return from Namco.
Splatterhouse.
One is Splatterhouse, because it didn't work last time as a AA game, so make it as an indie. You know, make it as a 2D side-scrolling indie in the vein of the first game. That will work for PlayStation Network and Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
But since I am still having that itch due to Star Fox, how about new Ace Combat?
Yes. You know, also one last thing on my end. Since Namco Bandai has made announcements that they actually hold the rights to this anime license, and I think they even brought this up as of recent as to why they haven't even made a game for like the, for the global market. And I know it may not happen, but I would love to see at least this be a download. How about a new Sailor Moon game for once? One that actually makes a Western release properly.
I didn't even know they owned the rights.
Yeah, Namco Bandai, they own the rights to the Sailor Moon license of games. They came out with a DS platform puzzle game that was exclusive in Italy.
That's random.
I think back in 2011. But yeah, that was random. But yeah, they own the rights to the property, and it's like, it would be really nice that we actually see a video game, or like see that series either from the old series or the new one actually receive a proper video game treatment to where you could actually do something really fun, kind of like the beat 'em ups for the old series, but like remake them in the style of like Double Dragon Neon or something.
That would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Or port the arcade game to like the PSN and Xbox Live, but with like achievements and online co-op and leaderboards or something.
You know what?
Like
I wouldn't be surprised if they did that, because I mean, we are going to get to eventually this company, and I'm not looking forward to it. But look at what this company did with last generation with both the Simpsons arcade game and especially
the X-Men one.
The X-Men one, they did well too.
yes.
Speaking of Namco Bandai, you mentioned Sailor Moon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, now I remember. Hey, how about Saint Seiya Soul of Gold game, eh? Because there's that new Saint Seiya anime, Soul of Gold, which is a sequel to the original Saint Seiya.
And they actually had that one game that came out on PS3 as a download, that Saint Seiya fighting game.
Yeah, they did. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was in the vein of the Ultimate Ninja Storm games.
That's why I'm hoping they make one based off this new anime.
Oh, as we all know, we're going to see more of that game at E3, since you brought it up, Kyle.
Yeah.
That Naruto Ultimate Ninja game that they have in development.
Ultimate Ninja Storm 4.
Yep.
Yep, I think that's the last one that covers the remainder of the original manga.
Oh, it won't, because we have more of the manga that we unnecessarily...
Well, the sequel, that short sequel series or whatever. Yeah, I get you.
That series is never going to die, is it?
Nope.
God damn it.
Even though the creator has made it, I'm sure he doesn't want to let it go easily.
Why can't he let it go?
It's like his baby.
I get that, but there's time. There's a time and place to let go of things. I mean, jeez, but yeah. And speaking of developers and publishers of letting go to their past glories, should we get on with this one?
Yeah, because
so we can get out of here.
They're the last one.
They're the last one.
Okay, should I say it? I'm gonna say it.
You know what? You go ahead.
What is a Sakamoto? A miserable pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
What is a
Secrets and
Sakamoto,
lies.
or what is an Igarashi?
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about... talking about the grave that is Konami.
The company that is now renowned as a miserable pile of secrets right now. But yeah, we don't expect that much from Konami this year. Just Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and Pro Evolution Soccer, either 2015 or 2016. That's it.
And that's it. Good night, folks.
All right. Well then. By the way, we're serious. Like that's.
Yep, that's it.
I think really is all that's left for us is plugging
I mean, hell, I won't be surprised
point.
if they're like Ouya this year to have their presser outside the parking lot.
And they ended off with Rock Revolution 2, and they just do it so...
No.
They play the song so badly that they just end up just ending the press conference right off the bat.
No. How about a better one? Dance Masters 2 exclusively for Connect 2.0.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh, please, let's just end, because...
Yeah, let's plug, because now, by the way, like, the games that if you want to look at games Konami had, our buddy and I guess fellow buddy
Gamer.
I was gonna say is like he hasn't been on the Game Riffers. He's been on Ikari Cast.
Yes.
And he's with us on the E3 streams.
So our fellow war buddy in the war of covering video games, I don't know, whatever. Mike Maverick.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Mike Maverick. He has done a video on Konami and all about not just about the news of Konami, but about the games they had before and why we're sad about it. That they said they're just going to work on just these 2 franchises for consoles because they had a lot of good games.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot. And this new president just wants nope. We're just gonna crap out. Literally, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have their programmers work while they're taking a crap. Just put a toilet in their cubicle.
Isn't that what we call mobile development these days?
Say that's what he's doing. But yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna work on this character, but oh my god, it's not coming out!
Yeah, cause we totally needed an image of that.
I know,
Thanks
right?
a lot, Kyle.
And with that said...
Well, Jerry was the one that brought it up, not me, saying that they have toilets in their cubicles.
Still Eldritch Nightmares.
So, final words on these third parties, and then we'll plug. Just what do you think? Are the third parties stronger this year than last year?
I'm hoping that they're stronger, not only this year than last year, but also the year prior. They have to be this year.
Yeah, I really hope so too.
And let me rephrase that. Oh, you go first, Kyle. Sorry.
I was gonna say I don't have any high hopes for Konami and Ubisoft, but for everybody else, I at least have high hopes that they'll actually do better.
And I've since this is the finale to our Road to E3 series.
Yeah,
it's not with the third parties; it's every developer and publisher that's going to be in there, including the big 3. They need to bring their A game this year.
It's close.
I know Sony is not going to be announcing any of their first party offerings, but even with the third party exclusives they get, they need to be big hitters and actual reasons why they need to pick up a PS4 this year. Same thing with Microsoft. Like all the big 3, especially every developer and publisher who's there to support and showcase their games, they need to be heavy hitters because the last 2 years were disappointing. I'm just gonna say that.
Mm-hmm. You're not the only one who felt that way, dude.
That looks good. Thanks.
But yeah, hopefully. All right.
I guess that's all we gotta say. Because I agree with both of you. I don't have anything to add. I think they're gonna be. They have to be stronger this year. Not just. I think so. They have to be.
I mean, people don't realize this.
Kind of secret swim,
This is the second. This is gonna be the second full year that both the PS4 and the Xbox One have been out. I can take a full year of their consoles being lackluster in regards to content, but a second year around.
No.
And before people call me a hypocrite, I was the same way with the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let's plugs.
Yes, let's do plugs.
Jeff, where can people check you out?
Well, you can check out what I'm doing currently over at twitter.com/16bitjeff. I'm also obviously part of this group on the Game Riffers through this podcast you're currently listening to, and through our previous Let's Plays, especially once this whole shebang of E3 is done and over with, we will hopefully most likely get back to our current Let's Play, which is on Thousand Arms, a highly underrated JRPG.
Or we can do some more episodes in between now and E3, just to tide people over.
Oh, true, but nevertheless, if we do more content besides this podcast. So look forward to that, and you can check it out over at youtube.com/thegameriffers. I sporadically do articles over at the Broken Infinite, which is the Broken Infinite, all one word.com. And usually this year our stream is usually on Reviewtopia Entertainment, but since sadly that site is still down at the moment, this year's stream will be over at thebrokeninfinite.com, so look forward to that when it's up during the week.
And as for the Twitch channel, it's the same as our YouTube, The Game Riffers.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because last year,
Thank you for bringing that up.
That is true.
I made it on my personal Twitch. I'm like, man, why didn't we make a Game Riffers Twitch? Like, oh, you're right.
So,
So
So we have that fixed for this year at least.
this year it won't be on mine. It'll be on the Game Riffers.
What do you think?
Yep.
definitely. I mean,
And
Go ahead.
that's it on my end, at least.
sounds great.
Actually.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Double R.
For me, okay. You can find me on Double RPG Reviews on YouTube. I've been, like I said, I've been on the back burner of putting out content, but I think I finally found the motivation to get me back on track. With not only doing 2 cents videos, but reviews, but also getting on with the whole Let's Play channel that I do, which is Double RPG Gamer for Solo. Hopefully I can get on track with that sometime soon, but you never know. But yeah, you can find me there. You can also find me on my YouTube fan page, which is Double RPG Reviews. I'll have a link to that in the description as well. But other than that, I really don't have anything else to plug. You just be on the lookout for more content coming from me in the future that you won't even find anywhere else, even on the Game Riffers Zone YouTube page with the Game Riffers episodes where we like to do Let's Plays and just poke fun at games, and I'm still waiting for the time where we can actually do a Let's Play on a game that I've already captured footage for, and that is Rockin' Cats, and we never even got around to doing so. But hopefully we can get a time where we can actually work on that sometime soon. But yeah, stay glued on either channels and wait and see what content I have coming for you all eventually. All right, and Jerry?
Well, all right. You can check me out over at I'll plug my webcomic instead of DeviantArt. Well, DeviantArt too. My webcomics, I have 2 of them. One called Mixtape and the other called New Courage. Mixtape is just funny, haha, and New Courage is an idea I had for a fighting game. Excuse the art in that one, because it's drawn. It's basically like it's drawn like a weekly strip. It has a story, but it's drawn like a strip where I don't have the time to make it look as pretty as I want. Just letting you know out there beforehand. You can also check out my DeviantArt, fighterkaus.deviantart.com. By the way, on Tapastic is tapastic.com/Xianwudao, or you can just go to tapastic.com and just search for Mixtape and New Courage. They'll pop right up. Twitter, right. Twitter.com/IkariRadio, IKARIRADIO, and the Facebook page. Check out the Game Riffers Facebook page. Check out my personal Facebook page. That's Fighter Kaus, just like the DeviantArt. That's FIGHTERXAOS. And as for, like Jeff said, check out the Broken Infinite as well. I'm the second in command there, so I should promote it. And like I said, I talked to the head of the site, even though he told me that I have power to do what I want, but I still talk to him anyway, just because that's how I am. And yeah, like Jeff said, the embed of the stream, if you're not going to watch on Twitch, will also be there if you happen to forget the Game Riffers Twitch, which you should be pretty easy to remember, but in case you do, it's there. Also, because Broken Infinite, we It helps. It kills two birds with one stone if you go on Broken Infinite, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I think that's it for me.
We just want to say, hey, thank you very much for sticking with us on this 4-part episode, or this 4-part series of our Road to E3. And we'll definitely be back in touch in the next couple weeks when we deliver to you our final thoughts. So stay glued until then. We all hope that you enjoy E3 by the time when it comes. And we will definitely be there to present our final thoughts to you all. So this Double RPG signing out, and I'll catch you next time.
Nimyo Kanryo.
Later.
Secrets and lies!